High school. Said to be the best 4 years of your life. I don't know if it's been the best 4 years, but it really was the most memorable. Looking back at my grade 9 self, the person I was then wouldn't have imagined being where I am today.
Guys, there's a car coming!
A year full of firsts. It was my first time being in a new school, but it was okay, because everyone else in my grade was new too. It was my first time learning how to play the trombone. Although I wasn't very good at it, I did my best. It was my first time using a Mac computer. I was that student who was always a step behind in tutorials in Comtech class. The student who would continuously ask the person beside them what to do. I made a lot of new amazing friends that year. Friends that I'm still friends with today. If I'm gonna be honest, this was probably the worst year ever. The only part I really liked was all the trips I went on. Trips like the art scavenger hunt downtown and snow tubing. They were really fun. I found out I was moving town, so every weekend in June my friends and I went on a trip. The people around me really helped me get through all the negativity. I really owe them. Another way to get my mind off of the bad things was that I would put my time and energy into the art I created. It really helped me get through that year. That summer, I went to the Philippines for the very first time with my grandma. I stayed there for a month, and living in a different country and environment, it really changed me. I realized how little some people have in their lives and they could still be happy. This was a year of change. New town, new school, new life. It was my first time being the new kid. It honestly was so terrifying at first, but I got used to it. I didn't document as much of my school life this year because I was super shy and I didn't want to draw attention to myself. And I also mostly focused on school, which did pay off in the end. Go. And I made a lot of amazing new friends. Friends I think I could be friends with forever. The last year of high school. This year, I became very goal-driven. I decided to come out of my shell a bit and document my year again. I really wanted to leave a mark at the school somehow, so I just tried my best in the subjects that I liked the most. I ended up having so much on my plate. I'd have plans to practice and learn or do homework, but I'd also want to have a social life and keep in touch with my friends from my old school and my friends here.
Here's for picture.
I feel like I did more work this year than I ever did in my whole entire life. I went on so many fun trips, like the graffiti trip, figure sketching trip, and I even got to go to Skills Canada to support one of my best friends. This year, I felt very honored that I was nominated for 3 awards at Arts Fest. I even won one.
Drake Sanderson and Angela Tata.
After that, I felt like my mark was made. These past 4 years felt like a roller coaster, but I learned so much about life and myself. I don't regret any of it, and I'm glad things happened the way they did, because in the end, I'm really happy being where I am now. So this is the end of the most memorable 4 years of my life. Here's to the next 100 years of growing and learning.
Oh, tell me that talk can never win the lie. Oh, tell me that rock can never win the ride. Baby, tell me that we gon' someday stop the fight. And tell me that everything gon' be alright. Oh, tell me who's stupid, baby, has a me or them. Just tell me who's insane, baby, has a me or them. In this crazy world, after patience, could we get the pearl? But this world was teaches me, preaches me how to curl.